Okay, so come down and take a comfortable seat. This is another daily movement video. I've not uploaded a new one in a while, so enjoy. Sitting with the legs crossed, interlace the hands, and then reach the palms of the hands up to the sky. So flip the hands, stretch them up, and really open into the side of the waist. And give a slight stretch over to the right, and then a slight stretch over to the left. Just open out through the side of the obliques, the rib cage. You can move side to side there, stretching up all the way through the arms, lifting higher through the hands, really opening the side of the body and finding some length. And then take the hands, release them and take them behind the lower back, interlace them again. So re-interlace the hands. This time stretch them away from you, squeeze the shoulder blades together, try and pull them down. We're opening across the front of the chest. Take some big breaths there. Inhale. Exhale, big sigh out. Breath in. And out. One more breath. Exhale. And then just rest the hands onto the knees. We'll sit there for a moment. Find a little bit of stillness. I know these aren't quite yoga sequences, so we don't concentrate as much on the breath. But it's nice to just make sure you're slowing down, lowering the heart rate. And get rid of any little wriggles you need to do in the shoulders, the neck. Just notice how the body feels. If there's any tension, just let that drop away. And then come down, lying onto the back, plant the feet to the floor. Take the arms out wide and we're just going to shift the hips from side to side. So just rocking through the lower back, through the hips, the front of the thighs, taking the knees from left to right and from right to left, mobilizing into the hips. And then back to center. Walk the feet so they're wider on the mat and bring the knees so they sit in towards one another. So you should feel quite a strong internal rotation on the tops of the thighs rolling inwards. If you can't feel it, walk the feet out wider. You want to feel that pull, that stretch. Do a lot of external rotation in the hips in our yoga practice. So it's good to move inwards and find that stretch in the opposite direction to counterbalance the practice. Breathing here. And then bring the knees into the chest, happy baby. Rock from side to side. Try not to lift up too much through the upper back, the neck, the shoulders. Instead, lie them down flat on the floor. And as you rock side to side, massage into the front of the tummy. You're massaging into the front of the hips, around the back of the pelvis, the sacrum. The sacroiliac joints, they're the two joints that run the side of the sacrum, attaching the sacrum to the big hip bones. From your happy baby, pull the knees into the chest. Now plant the feet to the floor so the knees are still bent. We're going to tuck the tailbone under and roll the spine up. Start to engage the posterior chain, the hamstrings, the glutes, the back muscles, and slowly roll it back down. Take your time. Do this a couple of times, rolling up and rolling down so that you're moving through each section of the spine. You've got to use the abdominals to support the movement, but we're really starting to work those big muscles in the legs and the glutes. Next time you come all the way up, hold it up there, push with the glutes. Now send the knees away from you. So try and lengthen the knees away. So you open up through the sides of the waist. You find some space within the lower back. Keep breathing. Strengthen there, lift a bit higher, and then roll it down. You can pull the knees into the chest once or twice, side to side. And then rock forwards and backwards, up and down the spine. You open through the back of the body with enough momentum that you eventually come up, cross the legs and take the hands forward. So you just step back to all fours. Your hands are spread wide underneath the shoulders and the knees are stacked underneath the hips. Now we're going to mobilize individually through the hips, the shoulders, and then we'll come to the spine. So starting with the hips, imagine I've placed a tray on the back and your back is flat, it's not going to move. Just take the right knee out to the side and draw a circle back and around with that right knee. So we're just moving from the right hip socket rather from the lower back. So it's a mobilization of the hip. We're not moving the spine. Change the direction and take a couple more the other way. You should actually feel that the small muscles around the glutes start to kick in, try and hold on, all those stabilization muscles. Then place that knee down. Switch it over, take it to the other side. So again, spine flat. The movement's just from the left hip socket. Your glutes are working, the hip muscles. And then you can change the direction. And then bring it back, both knees to the floor. Tuck the toes. Hover the knees just an inch off the floor. Activate around the abdominals. Draw the belly button in. Wrap the obliques round from the side. Find that strength, almost a corset of stability around the lower back. Keep that engaged and take the hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. Just pedal it out. So you're stretching through the back of the body, all the way from the crown of the head through the spine and then down the backs of the legs to the heels. Now take a big step with the right foot to the outside of the right hand and lower the left knee down. Left hand on the floor, right hand to the back of the head. Open the right elbow up to the sky, working into the middle of the back, the T-spine and the shoulder. And then bring that right elbow down and tap the floor. Go 4 more times. Inhale to lift up, open across the chest, the shoulder, the back. Exhale, round in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Release that right hand down, step back, pedaling into your downward facing dog. Shaking out the head, the neck, relaxing the jaw. Stepping the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Now place the right knee down. Left hand cradles the back of the head. Inhale, you're stretching from the right hip through the torso all the way to the left elbow. So we come through the front line of the body, through the shoulder, and then round in, tap the left elbow to the floor. 4 more times. Inhale up. Exhale, bring it down. Breath in, reach up. Breath in, down. 2 more, reach. And come forwards and down. Last one, reach up. And then bring it down, release both hands. Step back into downward facing dog. Lower the knees. Come all the way onto the floor and make a pillow with the hands. So both hands. Create a pillow and you keep the connection of both hands and the connection of the hands and the forehead. Now point the toes away, strengthen the legs, so engage the thighs, make the line of the legs strong. Now lift the head, neck, shoulders off the mat, but keep that hand to forehead connection, strengthen the back muscles, lift with the shoulder blades, lift with the erector spinae, the big muscles that run down the back, and then lower. We're going twice more, lift up, hold it there for 5, keep breathing 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Last one, lift up for 5, a bit higher, 4, keep going 3, 2, 1, and then take it down. Relax and give the hips a little shake out from side to side. So that's strengthening into the back of the body. And now we'll work a full body stretch, so the shoulders and hips. Take both hands out to the side, so you're in a capital T shape, but you're lying face down on the floor. Now bring the left hand in so it sits underneath the left shoulder. Bend the left knee and open the left hip so the left foot comes all the way over and taps the floor to the right side of the body. So you should have a stretch through the left thigh, through the left hip, and all the way across through the right side of the chest down to the right fingertips as they're pushing into the floor. Breathe here, relax the head, so don't carry the head. Let the head be heavy. Open that front line up. A lot of us sit anterior, and I created this video when we were skiing, and when we're skiing we sit with our hips flexed and our shoulders in slightly, so it's good to stretch out and open that space. Bring it back. Switching it over, take the left arm out, bring the right hand in so it sits underneath the shoulder. Now bend the right knee and open that right hip so the toes tap over to the floor on the left. Breathe in and out. Make sure you're not carrying the weight of the head. Moving back through center. Both hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, bend the knees, take the hips all the way up to the sky and just move out, pedal your downward facing dog. Take any movements you need. If you need to bend and open the hips, and you can do so stretching one leg at a time up to the sky. Or just stay in stillness, enjoy that strength, stretching, lengthening. Tiptoe. Walk it forwards, come to your forward fold, cradle the elbows and just rock it out. So let the weight of the upper body hang, traction down on the spine. Now roll up to standing. We're just going to energize, waken up again through the thighs, the big muscles in the thighs and the glutes. Reach the arms up to the sky, step the feet together if they've drifted apart, and then sit down into a chair. Now that core sit you had at the start of the practice, find that again, pull in around the waist, reach the arms further away, lengthen, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise back up, roll to standing, reach the arms to the sky. And exhale, sit back down into a chair. If you want to in the chair this time, squeeze the inner thighs. Now lift the heels so you're on the tiptoes. Squeeze the inner thighs more, find more connection. Pull the belly button in, wrap in from the side of the waist, hold it there. And then forward fold, release the hands down. Inhale, last time. Ripple up, roll to standing, extend the arms to the sky. And exhale, sit down into that chair. Sit lower than you have before for 5. Lower for 4. Squeeze the inner thighs for 3, 2, 1. Forward fold. Take a big breath in your forward fold. And a releasing big breath out. Come on up. Standing, just interlace the hands behind the back. Extend and open the chest. Find space across the chest. Maybe a little shift side to side in the shoulders. And then reach the arms. Release that interlace. Take them up to the sky. Re-interlace but point the first finger. Breath in, grow tall. And breath out, side bend to the right. Breath in, grow tall. And breath out, side bend to the left. Once more each time. Inhale. Exhale right. Inhale. Exhale left. Inhale. Exhale, release the arms down by the side, fingertips stretch down to the floor. So there's length across the arms. And just breathe into the chest. So feel the chest rise. And let the chest soften and fall. Capture that movement in the chest, so feel it. Feel the rib cage push out wide and feel the rib cage lift. And even the back of the rib cage, feel that expand as well. So you've got this 360-degree breath all the way around the center of the body. And then let go of worrying about the size of the breath and just allow it to settle. Standing here, notice how the body feels. Notice the energy across the front of the body, the space across the chest, the height through the spine, that lift, that awakening through the thighs, especially after the chair exercises. So we stand tall, there's a real uplift through the thighs and the front of the body. We just reach the arms up to the sky and bring the hands into a prayer, heart center. And although it's not a yoga practice, still just acknowledge that you've taken even just 1/4 of an hour out of your day to do a little bit of movement. Namaste.